Oh, we gotta get this charger working. Got a little problem with the charger. Welcome back to Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Benji. Gotta get the charger working. He's back there chowing away. He's finally started eating again. He kind of slacked off for about a week. And then we switched, once he finished that food, we switched it to, hello. See if I can get this thing charging. There we go. It's charging now. Let's see. Hi, Louise. Hello. What does this do? Live chat. Okay. Now. See if that works. It's charging. That's a good thing. Let's go in the sleeper berth. Skip. Okay, I'm going to heat up a couple things in the microwave. And then we're going to hit the road. We are at, excuse me, we're at the Pilot. Hi, Carrie. We're at the Pilot in Stanfield, Oregon, which is basically Hermiston. Pretty close to Hermiston. So, I'm going to heat up a couple of things here in the microwave. Hello, did you eat that whole thing, mister? Did you eat that whole thing? Good boy. Good boy. He doesn't like that one. He does not like open farm. That's Carrie, silly. I tell you over and over again, that's Carrie. And Stitchcraft, that's Adrian. So, those are our Boise people. Okay. Let's make sure we got everything working here so the truck doesn't act weird when I get the microwave going. There we go. And then we're going to head up towards, our next stop is probably going to be in about 3 hours at the, rest area just outside of Yakima, Washington. There's Benji boy. Boop, 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 boop. That's right. Hey, Marie's here. Hello. I'll get you guys in my ear. No, that's Adrian. No. Crochet Queen, something like that. Yeah, I would recognize. Yeah, that's Adrian right there. No, I'll recognize leather. Golden crochet, something like that. Now you know. I'm thirsty. Okay. Let's get a couple things heated up in the microwave. And then we will be hitting the road. Who's going to drive? Marion's not with us anymore, so yes, they were. And Adrian, just so you know, I flew through Boise yesterday. There was no stopping. But I made it to, even with this dang inversion, I made it to Farewell Bend for the night. Oh, okay, that's Marie. Yeah, I flew through. Of course, I was live streaming over on Twitch as I did it. Okay, that goes there. This other one will go on there. And I got another one. We're going to have plenty to munch on while going. Is it Diane or Diana? I can't see from here. I'll have to get the chat in my ear, the text voice. Yeah. Marie, I want to thank you again for helping out with those two from group 2. I appreciate that. Okay. I really appreciate that. Oops, I don't need that in there. I'm going to put one over the top. Let's see how we do for a minute. What time is it here? It is like 11 something. It's almost noon. It's 11:43 here. Hi, Deb. Hello, hello. Oh, you do? Oh, my goodness. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. 11:43. Thank you. Pacific time. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we are in the same time zone. Oh my goodness, yes. What is it, Adrienne? It's 1:43 in Illinois. You know, Robin was telling me this morning there was a big pileup on, did he say the 94 around Chicago? Oh, how wonderful. I am heading to, I'm heading 2:45 in Florida. I am heading towards Seattle, but I am probably not going all the way in. Yeah, on the 94. I'm trying to think where the 94 is. I think if you're eastbound, it veers off and heads up towards Michigan, kind of north of the 90. If I'm thinking correctly, we'll see. We'll see. I'd have to look at a map. Another minute on those. And then we're going to hit the road. I'm going to get you guys in my ear right now. Okay, Diana, thank you. Yeah, what shop, Adrienne? Oh, we're at on the West Coast. Okay, hurry back. I'm going to turn you guys around. Make sure you're in here. Oh, you're headed to Fontana, down south. Coming across on the 10 or the 40. Okay, that stuff is heated up. We're going to hit the road, Benji, and head for Yakima. I'm thinking about stopping, not in Ellensburg, but once you start going up Snoqualmie, there's a decent sized rest area up there. And I think that's where we're where we're headed for the night. It's not a long day, but for me to drop down into Seattle this afternoon would just be silly. Okay, somebody say something. See if this thing is working in my ear. Testing, testing. Hello. Oh, wow. Yep, I can hear you guys. Okay, let's hit the road. Who's driving? Who's going to drive? We're headed for Yakima. Yeah, we lost Marion, so sounds like Marion went downhill. Okay, Marie, you drive, because I just want to sit here and crochet. Okay, are we clear? Are we clear? Looks like it. Tug test there. Not me. So, yeah, are you still teaching in Boise? Okay, and Kitten will drive. Kitten's a pretty good team driver. Topaz, the team driver. Okay. Here we go. Heading out of the pilot. Hi, Barbara. Hello, hello. We're leaving Stanfield, Oregon. We're aiming for Yakima, Washington. For our next trucker break, Benji will need a trucker break. Hello, Crete. There's Crete right there. Okay, let's get out of here. This place can get pretty messed up really fast. So it's good to get out of here.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on US 395.
Blah, 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 blah. Very cool, Adrian.
Turn right on US 395, then take the first right.
Okay. Finally getting on my home freeway of I-84. I grew up along I-84. I haven't seen it for a couple of months since I left Boise. Yep. Oh, Garmin, Miss Garmin, she's pretty bossy. And I have two of them in here.
Turn right on I-84 West.
Okay. Okay. Everybody got their seatbelts on? We've all done our pre-trip inspections. Okay, we're westbound on 84. And then we're gonna hit the 82 and head up into Washington State. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. Here we go. We've gotten through all the iffy weather.
Continue on I-84.
If Carrie doesn't mind, I'd like to reveal something that she's been working on. Let's get on up to speed. It's fun, Diana. We just lost one of the members of our crochet community here, Marion, died before Thanksgiving. Usually when I'd say, you know, who's going to drive, Marion was the first one to volunteer, but she's not with us anymore. She went pretty fast, it sounds like within a month of really finding out how bad it was. Maybe 2 months, not very long. Carrie has been teaching crochet to a very special group of people in the Boise area. And what's great about it is these people are super excited about crochet. They are enthused. And I mean, I'll let Carrie, you know, reveal as much as she wants to reveal. I just know that I am super excited for her. And we are probably going to be going live maybe next week. While I'm home. And we're going to be talking a whole lot about what she's doing. I'm gonna let her talk about how it's going. Okay, all right, we'll reveal all of that then, and talk about this amazing thing that she is doing there in the Treasure Valley. Because I'm going to be home through, I think I'm heading back out Saturday the 14th. So, we'll have, Carrie and I are going to get together and work on scheduling that live. Now this Friday, I have an app that reads the text to voice. So this Friday, we are going live for the giveaway party, and I have a handful of people who are sponsoring gifts, but for the most part, I'm providing over $400 worth of prizes, mostly being drop shipped from Amazon, but I'm gonna drop ship, you know, from 1 or 2 other places too. Yeah, both those lives are going to be fun. And we've done these live giveaway parties before. They are so much fun, you guys. And the list of I have an Amazon wish list listed, linked down in the description box. So if anybody is interested in sponsoring a prize, one of those, that would be great. But if not, you know, I'm not counting on people sponsoring any of those prizes. But if anybody would like to, then they can, choose one or two of those, and they can be on screen with me during the live when we give away the prizes that you are sponsoring. So here, between now and Thursday, we are going to be nailing down all the specifics, whether or not you're going to be on screen, where all you're willing to ship to, alternatives for people outside of the country, that kind of thing. We have to be sure we have good pictures of what you're giving away and all that kind of stuff. I need all those questions answered. We'll get them all answered by Thursday. I believe we're going live at 3 p.m. Friday afternoon, which is 4 Pacific, or 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern. Well, I am really looking forward to that. I have several projects. Excuse me. My mouth is full.
4 miles. Take exit 170 on the right to I-82 West.
Yes, ma'am. I have several projects that I have yarn waiting for me at home. One is our current little make-along, the Autumn's Charm Mosaic Hat Beanie. Quick, easy project. Oh, I know. I'm gonna, and then afterward, I'm done with my live. Then I'll be glad. Text me. Text me at 208-805-7111. And you can do a mystery bag of yarn. That would be great. And we'll get all those details nailed down. 208-805-7111. And
take exit 179 on the right to I-82
thank you, Carrie.
West.
Here we go. Now I'm leaving I-84, my old freeway. We're getting on the 82, headed towards Umatilla, and then we're gonna get past Ellensburg. It is so dark. It is just so dark. I mean, it's noon here, and it looks like it's like the sun's going down. Okay. The live? No, I don't have it. I don't have it scheduled yet. 208-805-7111.
Continue on I-82.
And, yeah, you can do a mystery bag. Oh, excellent. Robin's donating a bag. One of her peekaboo bags. Those are very nice bags, you guys. Give me a little heat. I got a little chill. Okay. We're going to try to get around this guy. Hi, buddy. What are you doing, mister? What are you doing, little man? anytime soon because nobody's going to let me over. Okay, excellent. Okay, now I can get around this guy. There we go. That party's going to be so much fun, you guys. So we're doing our make-along, our little quick make-along, which is the Autumn's Charm hat. That is linked down below. I've got sock yarn, a couple of different things of sock yarn waiting for me so that I can start doing socks. I've got the Montana blanket. I have a barn quilt sampler afghan that my friend Diane has these charts for these 20 different what we're calling barn quilt squares. And she says that each square should crochet up to about like an 8-inch square, which is perfect. So I'm going to be starting at least one square. I'm going to talk to her about maybe doing a tutorial on that. She's Wildheart, like Wildheart 07 or something like that on Ravelry. Diane Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T, on Ravelry, and she has those barn quilt charts. So I plan on doing, I'm working with her, we're probably going to go live and talk about it next week, about a barn quilt sampler afghan. Her and I both are going to do it, and anyone who wants to join us. My shoulders are a little stiff. Oh! It'll be so good to spend 9 days at home, you guys. We plan on, my friend Diane and I that I was just talking about, we plan on running over to Hillsboro, Oregon to Green Trees Crochet. There's a yarn shop over there, and our friend Jennifer runs that store. That's her place. She was another one of our great vendors at the Yarny Social. And we're going to go check out one of her like public knit and crochet times. That'll be on Saturday. We're planning on doing that. Mom and Martha and I are going to have a Thanksgiving dinner while I'm home. So that'll be really nice. We'll probably play cards and swear a lot as we play games. We play a game called 313. That's fun. Sometimes we play, I don't forget what it's called, but it's played with tiles. Kind of like domino tiles, but not. And sometimes we play the Mexican train dominoes game. That's a fun game. And Mom and I will be watching the performances of the NFR, the National Finals Rodeo. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to be busy at home, that's for sure. I'm so excited to get home. I haven't been home since August. Yeah. That's a shame. That's a super huge bummer. I hope your mom's feeling better. Yeah, I go out about 2 to 3 months so that I can take time off. We've got our crochet cruise in April. So I'm going to be out like from January through April to make sure I can, you know, every 6 days that you're out, you get 1 day off is the company policy. Now they can, nothing's written in stone there, but, yeah. So I'm going to be out so that I can take, it's a 7-day cruise and I want 2 days on either side of that cruise. So that's 11 days to be home. So, yeah, I need to be out so that I can go on the cruise. Robin's going. Is Lori going? Is Lori going, Robin? Diane's going. My friend Diane that I've been talking about. The designer off of, she's that Ravelry crochet designer. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Umatilla River. Coming up on Nary Dam in the port of Umatilla. But we are going to be crossing the Columbia River, the mighty Columbia River. This is one of the largest major rivers in the U.S. This is right up there with the Ohio and the Mississippi. Major river. Hello, Schaefer. We're crossing into Washington State, so I got to bring my speed down to about 62. Come on over, Belly Dump. I'll get out of your way, dude. And yeah, Lori and Deb and Diane are going. Okay, here we go, you guys, crossing the Columbia. The McNary Dam is off to my right. You can't see that. So let me over if you're going to go that slow. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was born and raised right on the Columbia River. She's a big old girl. Major shipping lanes up and down the Columbia. Hi, Elle. Good morning. Well, good afternoon now. Yes, I'm going to be driving even closer to you because I'm going to deliver in DuPont, Washington in the morning. Probably meet up with one of our friends from the was Susan, who was at the Yarny Social up there in Olympia after I deliver tomorrow, and then I am bobtailing down I-5, and I'm going to take I'll cross the Columbia again on 205, and I'll head to Oregon City to go home for 9 days. I have not been home since August. How's that wiggle butt girl doing? Sweet baby girl. Okay, we're gonna get probably pulled into the way station. Oh, it's closed. Okay, that makes me happy. Let's get out of here. That makes me happy. Let's see what someone says. face that way station. So there's not even a blacktop parking lot anymore. Huh. Remodeling the whole thing. Okie dokie. We're in Washington State now. And we're going to stay on the 82. And we're going to hit that, in about 3 hours, we're going to hit that rest area just the other side of Yakima. And we'll end the live there. Unless we lose connection between here and there. And then Benji and I are going to go on and start up the Cascades and spend the night in the Cascades tonight. It is beautiful here. But just like Oregon, there's basically, I mean, in a real broad sense of the term, there's two parts. Oregon, Washington, both. The western side is the most populated side. That's where most of the rain is. You know, you've got Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington, and I-5 runs north and south. Okay, but the larger parts of both those states, the other 2/3 is high desert. Eastern Washington and Eastern Oregon, very agricultural. Much drier climate, but I wouldn't call it a super dry climate. But, you know, colder winters, warmer summers, that kind of thing. So much, it's like two complete different worlds. Where the western side, the western 1/3, I would say, is green and a whole lot more rain, and the eastern sides are a little drier, but a little more severe weather out in these areas. A lot more rural, agricultural areas out here. I grew up in Eastern Oregon. Just the east side of the Cascades. In the Dalles, Oregon. Robin's up there in Spokane. I'm sorry. Welcome in, Lacey. Going for a ride on a semi-truck. Take off my glasses. I don't need them now. I can hear you guys in my ear, so I don't have to read anything. Yep. We're hauling a load out of Ogden, Utah, up to DuPont, Washington. Doing 62 miles an hour. It's just not a good idea to go any faster in Washington State. Semi-trucks are... our speed limit is 60 miles an hour all over Washington State. So, and you don't push it. Usually I go 4 miles an hour over the speed limit. I only do 2 miles an hour over in Washington. Yeah, Benji should never trust a fart. Welcome back, Em. What time is it over there? Benji's in better shape these days. He's been eating nothing but his freeze-dried food. forget what it was that got him all squirty that time. Oh, what is everybody working on? I am working on 50 million things in my head. The barn quilt sampler afghan, the Autumn's Charm hat that's the current make-along. Oh yeah. Robin is sewing up her peekaboo bags. I've got sock yarn I've got a lot of yarn to wind because our next make-along is going to be a cardigan. Should that say a stocking? It sounded like it said a stocking. Okay, good deal. So if anybody wants to join us in the current make-along, it's just a informal, fun, you know, those of us who want to take a break from some of our other projects and just whip up a quick hat. Oh, Diane, yes! The mosaic purse that Carrie was selling. That is wonderful. I love that you're working on that. Ooh, black and orange. Yeah, so if anybody wants to join us in this quick little informal little crochet community make-along, if you want to join us, it's just DK yarn, one in a neutral color and the other one in multicolor. I'm doing the Mary Maxim Prism, and then a neutral, like I forget, it's a cream color in the Mellow Spun DK. And the link to that Autumn's Charm hat is down in the description box. I'll be doing that. I'm also involved in an ornament exchange with my friend Diane and the local crochet group there that I go to when I'm home. So I've got to crochet up a quick little ornament, and I'm going to be winding all the yarn for our next make-along, which is a cardigan. It's another MJ's Off the Hook design. So I've got 5 or 6 hanks of yarn waiting for me at the house that I need to cake up for that. And I want to have that done and ready before April so that I can take it with me on the crochet cruise. And we're going to start a new square swap in 2025. January and February we will be voting on, you know, narrowing down the colors and the pictures that are the color inspirations until we get voted down to just one picture, and then the square swap officially starts March 1st. And all this stuff gets ran over on the Discord channel. There should be a link in the description box for Discord. If someone would check and see if that link is there. Ooh, there's one of those bands that I want. Okay, dude, I'm gonna pass you. You're not going fast enough for me. Here we go. Of course, this Nissan is going to be a jerk. And Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific is the big live giveaway party. It's going to be so much fun. I can hardly wait for that. Watch for ice. It's 34 degrees out here. super easy, but it's easier to stay in communication in one spot when we do these things. The square swap starting in March, yes, it's fairly flat. They're hills. There's small hills out here. And that land is pasture and agriculture. Like on the left, that's some kind of crop. I think it's hay over there on the left. On the right is pasture. So all that land gets used. Oh, we're back. So communication doesn't get lost. We're running it all over on Discord. Yep, that's pasture over on the right. You may or may not be able to see that herd of cattle over there. They're grazing. They're just having a lazy afternoon. So I've got short timer's disease, knowing that I'm going to be home day after tomorrow. I'm thinking, what am I going to do first? I'll probably do that little ornament first, and then I'll start on, you spy a hill. Lots of little hills out here. Then I'm going to be working on the mosaic hat, and I'll be winding up yarn for all kinds of things. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up some yarn for the barn quilt, because we're going to do that in a 4-way. I'm going to do like sample pieces of at least one of the squares, a couple of the squares, and I'll talk to Diane about maybe doing a tutorial for the barn quilt sampler afghan. Ooh, easy girl, easy girl, easy Patty. Just take her easy and not get a ticket out here, because that will happen out here. This is similar to the area where I grew up. A lot of grain elevators, a lot of crops, and a lot of horses and cattle. I need a bottle of water here. There we go. So what's everybody doing today? Are you crocheting? I know Robin's sewing. She's working on those bags. Having two separate speed limits on the same road is dangerous. Hi, Jeanette. Well, you can watch the countryside from the big screen. taking this next exit and drive through the Tri-Cities in the eastern Washington. Oh. A fellow trucker. I don't imagine he crochets much when he's out on the road, does he? You know, one time. Oh. Oh. I know what kind of days those are. One time when I worked for May Trucking, I don't know if I was doing a video. Oh, I was recording a video. I was in the Caldwell, Idaho area. Okay. Well, I'm glad he's local. I was at a place called Simplot. Now Simplot is basically, it's French fries, tater tots, hash browns, that kind of thing. That's what made Idaho famous for their potatoes, because Simplot made these beautiful, perfect French fries, you know, decades ago, almost half a century ago now, for McDonald's, and they still supply all the McDonald's French fries. So that's how Simplot so anyway, yep, Simplot. Anyway, I was at Simplot, and I had my reefer trailer backed into a door. I was getting loaded, and I glanced over to the truck just to the left of me, and there was a guy, like a young guy, sitting there in the driver's seat, and he was crocheting. And I was doing a video sitting in the driver's seat, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys. So I turned and I faced to the right with the camera in front of me so that the camera could see the guy over my shoulder crocheting. So there are quite a few crochet and truck drivers out here, and they're not all women. I actually believe that we are seeing an uptick in men and boys who crochet. Let's get back down to 62. Don't get crazy, Dana. I know. I was just giddy. I mean, that guy's lucky I didn't go accost him and start quizzing him on, what are you doing? What are you making? Where'd you learn how to crochet? Blah, 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 blah. I almost crawled into the truck because I wanted to know what he was making. But I left the poor guy alone. I'm so excited. I have short timer's disease. Oh, yep, I think we're seeing an uptick, I think, in men and boys crocheting right now. And I think we need to grab onto that and really encourage them. I think it's important. I know it. Me and Diane and I accosted some poor guy at the restaurant when we all went to dinner at the Cheesecake Factory during the Yarny social. Yep. I tend to accost people when I see them either wearing crochet or doing crochet in the wild. That poor guy. Then he went the other way to leave the restaurant. He was not walking by that table and ignored us when we were yelling, "Bye!" Oh my goodness, so much fun. We had so much fun at the Yarny Social. Everyone there was so wonderful. Diane! Oh yeah. Diane, I've been talking about you a lot. I've been talking about the barn quilts. I've been talking about going out to Green Trees Crochet. I should be home day after tomorrow. Let's see. No, tomorrow evening. I'm going to be home. Yay! I'm going to be home. And I was just saying, the first thing I got to do is crochet up a quick little Christmas ornament. Oh, Piper was so special. So special. Sweet baby girl. I loved having you and her there. She would come over and she'd check up to see if we had any food. She was so sweet. So sweet. I'm thinking about bringing Benji, but I don't want to upset anybody. I mean, Piper had a specific reason for being there. Benji doesn't. Oh, she's getting a spa right now. Oh, pretty girl. Oh, Diane, I can hardly wait to see you. I can hardly wait. So I got to do the, I got to whip up a Christmas ornament. Then I want to do the, oh, I just got all these ideas going in my head. Then I want to do the, Autumn's Charm hat. Whip that up. I gotta wind up all the yarn for all the other projects I want to take with me out on the road. I gotta go to Hobby Lobby and get yarn for the barn quilt squares. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. We're going out to see Jennifer at Green Trees Crochet after we go to regular crochet group on Saturday. We're gonna be busy, busy, busy. Oh my goodness. You know, to me sometimes I see people learning to crochet and I think about how awful it was when I was learning to ski. That was miserable. And sometimes when people go to learn to crochet, it's miserable. Not always, but sometimes it is hard for, you know, someone to grasp how it works. So I equate it to learning how to ski, which is awful. And I never got over that hump. Oh, your student though, she's exceptional. I'm just going to say that. From what I understand. She's special. Hello! Come on in. What are you working on? I have one of your videos, like your latest video, in my watch later list to listen to later on today. Oh yeah. I have to be very careful with my hands. I have to make sure, and my shoulders. I am. I hope you're doing well. Benji and I are in Eastern Washington. See, we have an orchard on the right, then we're coming up on a vineyard. Lots of agriculture out here. Candy Mountain Vineyard. Well, I can certainly understand that. Well, I'll be listening to it later today because it's on my list. But I just let that list run. I set it up in the mornings and then I just let it run. Yeah, I need to do some physical therapy with my hands and wrists and shoulders, but I just don't have time. Boy, there are a lot of vineyards out here now. More and more. Every time I come through here, I see more and more vineyards. You people sure drink a lot of wine out here, Robin. Less apples and more grapes. Oh, that would be terrible. Long cold winters. Yep. Wine and yarn. It's very dark today out here. Is it this dark in Spokane, Robin? It's like high clouds, but it's just gloomy. But I came through the freezing fog. I finally got through all of that, but it sure slowed me down this morning. Oh. Yeah, so in my head I'm crocheting a lot of things. A barn quilt sampler afghan that has been in my head for a week now. Using Diane's barn quilt patterns. Oh yeah, the inversion. Oh my goodness, what is a barn quilt? Yeah, the inversion was terrible. I hit it in Napa, and then it cleared up a little bit as we climbed those hills out of Ontario, and then was right back in it again when I dropped down into Farewell Bend. So I spent the night there, and it was pretty thick there for a while, but by the time I got up to the cement factory up at Lime, it was cleared up. But then it got bad again coming down Cabbage, and then climbing up out of Pendleton It's been like this. So, a barn quilt. So, here's what I have learned. When German and Swedish and like people from the Netherlands came over to this country in the 16th, like when they first came over before, 100 years or so before the Revolutionary War. They brought what is described as like hex signs, and they made these hex signs and they hung them on the sides of their barns, and because they believed that those hex signs warded off evil spirits or were for good luck or whatever. I don't believe any of that, but putting up some kind of sign like that on the side of your barn was common practice. Today, that has evolved into what looks like a quilt square, like the Ohio Star or whatever kind of design that it's all up to whoever's putting up this sign. They're usually 8 by 8 feet by 8 feet. There are some smaller ones that are 4 by 4, but typically they're 8 feet by 8 feet, and they resemble like a quilt square. Sometimes they resemble what is a common square, like the log cabin, the Ohio Star, the bear tracks, the log cabin, whatever, or they come up with their own design that means something to that family. Sometimes they're used as a little bit of advertisement for, whatever crops they sell at that farm. But anyway, that's what it's evolved into. Back in the Revolutionary War, American soldiers, they would look for these barn signs, whether they were in a quilt block or whatever they were, or a hex code, and they were signals to American soldiers, like you can get supplies and you can rest here, we are friendly, or whatever, or warning signs, whatever. It was a code that the American soldiers knew to look for. Then during the Civil War, we've all heard of the Underground Railroad, right? Regular quilts, there were, I think, 10 different quilt squares that all meant something that runaway slaves would look for on their trail, as they left the South and were headed towards Canada. It's off the top of my head. The bear tracks, the monkey wrench, the flying geese, the North Star, the log cabin. So there's 5, but there are like 5 more, and they all meant something. So as they were, walking north, what they would look for is particular quilts that were hung out on, on the fence or on a clothesline, and that was, that's where the Underground Railroad squares came from. But also, they would also look for one of these barn quilts. I don't know what an illegal flag is. We don't have any flags that are illegal, so I'm not real sure what that refers to. But not only during the Underground Railroad, not only did they use quilts hung outside as signals, they were quilt codes is what they call them. They also have used, to a smaller degree, barn quilts. So they would have a barn quilt up that's, you know, that had a North Star or a log cabin or something on it that was a signal to the slaves as far as direction. Oh, the bow tie meant that they needed to change clothes, and sometimes that meant head to the church, change clothes, head to the church and get married, because that was all part of the plan to escape was to be married, and it would help them somehow on their trip to be a married couple. But anyway, there's so much more to that story. I mean, more than I would ever know. But so barn quilts, you know, they used barn quilts during the Civil War. Now, more recently, like around 2001, there was a woman in Ohio, I can't think of her name, but they used to take trips every year, and she was always looking at these barn quilts that were on the sides of these barns, and a lot of them were, you know, were pretty old. And she ended up making a barn quilt to honor her mother, who was a quilt maker, and put a barn quilt up on her mother's. It was a gift for her mother. And since then, a whole movement has started, and every state in the country, from what I understand, from what I read, has what they call barn quilt trails. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's been a thing, especially during wars and times of conflict. So anyway, they started, it started increasing like tourism, to have like, you know, here's a barn quilt trail here in this county in Ohio. You know, here's a list of all these places you could drive by to see their barn quilts. And even not just farms, but businesses would hang a barn quilt. And now, you know, Washington State has quilt trails. Oregon has, I think I read that Oregon has like 4 barn quilt trails, and Texas has several. All the states have barn quilt trails where you can go, you can just search the state for a barn quilt trail, and you can find where in that state where you can go follow a barn quilt trail. It helps their local economies, because obviously if you're out doing that, you're going to, you know, stop to get fuel or get something to eat. So it oh yes, oh absolutely, I would guarantee you that South Carolina has several barn quilt trails. Absolutely. Oregon has 4 that I read. Washington, I heard about 1. You know what? You're right. I should be paying attention to that. Especially after I get into Ellensburg and get on the 90, because I'm going to go right by Clay Elm. And Clay Elm, you guys, I was watching a video the other day. That's where one of the barn quilt trails are, right here in Washington State. And I heard they have like a famous yarn shop there. I wish I could stop. Yeah, it's on the other side of Ellensburg. Clay. It's on your way up towards Snoqualmie. Yep. I know right where it's at. It's a town that It sounds like Clay Elm is a town that I want to explore because it has Barn Quilt Trail and it's got a yarn store that's fairly well known. Yeah, I would love. I wish. I can't haul anything personal in the trailer, so all I've got is the cab of this truck. And believe me, I've got it packed. I still have all the stuff in here from the Yarny Social, and I need to get out of here. And then I'm loading it back up again after I empty it out, clean it. I love it! I read that every state has a barn quilt trail. Now, I don't know if that includes Hawaii and Alaska, but it wouldn't surprise me. But it started in 2001, you know, this current era of barn quilts in Ohio. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that they do. Let's see. I think he passed me up there before we got to Cabbage Hill. Oh no. No, they are usually, they resemble quilts. I mean, you can look up barn quilts and you can see pictures of what they're on, what people are putting on their barn quilts now. And you can see that for the most part, they look like a quilt square. But the, you know, design is subject to the interpretation of whoever's designing it. Sometimes they do, you know, an actual, aren't they great? Aren't they great? An actual, you know, well-known square that you would find in a quilt. And sometimes they're abstract, you know. Cool if I could see one over here across the river. I don't see any barns. I see a lot of houses. Let's see. Oh, there's some little barns. I don't see anything yet, but I think you're right, Robin. I might be able to spot one, especially once I get on the 90 and start coming out of Ellensburg. But over here, wouldn't surprise me to see one or two over here on the 82. This is Prosser. Prosser one. Yep. I don't see any yet, but that's something to keep an eye. See, and that's a more fun thing. You know, I'm always looking at the landscape, but I think it's more fun to look for barn quilts. I did see several in Ohio. I've spent some time in Ohio recently, and I saw several barn quilts while I was there. Well, Benton, Washington, and Prosser, they're right next to each other. crossing the Yakima River. Yakima is the name of an Indian tribe from this area. I grew up with a lot of Yakima Indians in my high school in the Dalles. Grandview, Washington, right up here. There's a big Walmart distribution center that I have delivered to many times over my short truck career. Come on, Schaefer. Here he goes. Here he goes. Go, Schaefer. Go, Schaefer. Hey, Michael. How are ya?
Which result would you like?
Yeah, some of them, they want to represent their state. Some of them, I just represent, family traditions, just all kinds of different things that they would do for a barn quilt. Okay, well, crochet away, Michael. That usually, they say, will help with that. Maybe you can ride along with us and crochet, and we're talking about barn quilts. I'm trying to spot at least one today. Well, come on, Creek. Come on around, dude. You feeling froggy? You just jump, mister. I'm only doing 62. You can come on by. Here he goes. Here he goes. Hey, fellow Creek. Oh, he's that guy that passed me before. He's not very friendly. Oh, I hear a lot of good things about Estes. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, we're in Crosser, Washington. I'm going to let this flatbed come on out. Come on out, dude. Kick off the cruise and let him, because I can't get over. Too much traffic. Which, that's okay. We're not going very far today. Yeah, I hear good things. And I've got my double, my endorsement to pull that many trailers, but I've never done it. But that second trailer tracks just like your first trailer, so I don't think it's as complicated as it looks, but yeah, barn quilts. So I've got barn quilts on the brain for my next big project. Oh, I've heard of Rockin' J. And Michael here makes me think of, something else that's always been in the back of my mind. I'd like to do an entrelac blanket. All the different colored squares. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. But I've got the Montana to finish that I've barely started, that mosaic, and then I want to do the barn quilt Afghan. But I do want to start on some sample squares. I want to make a big barn quilt sampler Afghan. I want it to fit my queen size bed. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I've got the Montana going, the Montana by Tina, and then we're our little make-along, little distraction make-along we're doing here is MJ's Autumn's Charm mosaic hat. It's just two colors, and it shouldn't take long. That's right. I like making large blankets. And when I make those squares, you know, I'm looking at different ideas for what I would use as a join to make it look like a binding. Because I want it to look like a quilt. Very excited about that. So I've been picking colors for that. It probably won't be queen size, but it would at least cover a double bed. Sleeping single in a double bed. Oh, and it's easy, easy, easy. That's an easy hat. I'm looking forward to getting that one out and seeing everybody else's pictures of their hats. We'll showcase them. Grandview, Washington. Hello, Grandview. Been here many times. It's sprinkling. Oh, we're up to 35 degrees. Whoop, whoop. It's a heat wave, Benji. What do you think? He's like, yep, it's a heat wave. It's a heat wave. He needs some scratches and some attention. Yes, he does. He comes up to get some attention. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to whip that out after I do a Christmas ornament for our local Christmas ornament swap. And I'm going to get all the sock yarn caked up and the yarn for the barn quilt sampler afghan ready. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. It's going to be so good to be home for a week. Going out to Jennifer's yarn shop, Green Trees Crochet. Oh, I can hardly wait to see her again. And Diane. Oh, Benji boy. He likes attention. He likes getting scratches. Get some scratches right there. Oh yeah. He's got a little bump underneath his collar on the back of his neck that he's had since before he got well before. I wonder if it's an old tick right there, because that's itchy. That's an itchy. We got a member of our crochet community, Grammy Colleen. Colleen lives up here in Yakima. We actually grew up just not very far away from each other. We didn't know each other, of course. I was in the Dalles and she was up the river just maybe 20 miles. I haven't seen a video from her in a long time. I hope she's okay. Oh, there's that Walmart distribution center. Been there, done that. Oh, Swift, what are you doing? What are you doing, Swift? He's just gonna slow down and let those cars in. You do that, buddy. It's a pretty narrow 2-lane freeway. No guardrails. No dividers. Nothing. And this person is not doing the speed limit. get over behind them until this big boy gets around me. Nope, they're doing 61 and a 65. Okay, Honda, off you go. Scoot, scoot, shoot, shoot. There he goes. Doing 67 now. I'm glad you decided to speed up. More vineyards. And cattle. I see a feedlot over there. Yeah, there's going to be more vineyards than anything else out here. Well, it's not a feedlot, that's a dairy. Actually, I think it's both. Oh, big feedlot over to my left. Woo! There's some cow over there. I see dinner. Yeah. This is Sunnyside, Washington. I know someone who had a terrible accident out here. That was pretty bad. Wasn't her fault, but this driver turned right into her. I think he might have been, I don't know, there was something cognitive, I think, going on. Maybe he had a stroke or he was confused. Something happened, but it wasn't a big deal. It did not end well for that guy. Big transformer plant? What's a big transformer plant? Are you talking about the feedlot? If so, I don't see the connection. Hi, Amy. Kind of. I'm headed to Seattle, and then after I deliver, then I'm headed south to go home. I'll deliver tomorrow morning. Vineyard. You guys sure drink a lot out here, Robin. I don't see any. 9 days. I haven't seen any barn quilts yet, but I think I will once I get up on the 90 and get to the other side of Ellensburg. I don't drink, so I don't care if anybody else does. Don't do it anymore. Yes, wasn't a wine drinker, but back in the day it was wine coolers. Seagram's Gold, and of course Bartles and James. Back when I hung out in the bars. I should say taverns. Actually in this part of the country. Still looking to spot a barn quilt, you guys. Oh, we drink grape juice at church. In fact, I've got little communion cups up here above my head in this cupboard that I take because I attend worship online on Sundays, and it's got a little wafer in the top, and then you open the rest of it up and there's a little bit of grape juice, and I knock that back. Something tells me I'm gonna see a barn quilt any minute now. I'll probably see one. Now, if I was in Ohio, I would have seen 10 by now. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, Episcopalian, yeah. My mom's Episcopalian. Nothing yet, you guys. Nothing yet, but I got a feeling we're gonna see a barn quilt here, or at least I am. Benji's not paying attention. He's got more important things to do. Let's see. Dairy. Good morning, girls. Afternoon, girls. Ladies. They're all lounging around. Being lazy. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. Taking naps. Sleeping in. Sleeping in. Perking this big old can of coffee on the propane stove. Getting my coffee, sitting down and crocheting, then taking a nap, walking the dog, feeding the horse and the goats. We're down to one horse. We did have quite the little handful, but Lotto's passed on, and Sammy was sold, and Jake was sold. So it's just Deacon and the goats now. Unless Mom's picked up another project. I see a barn quilt. Whoop whoop! I see one. It's an American flag. Oh, I love it. I love it. I knew I was going to see one soon, and I haven't even gotten close to Clay Elm. Barn quilt score. I feel so fulfilled that I spotted a barn quilt in Eastern Washington. I'll probably see more later on today, but oh, hello Schaefer. Here he comes, red, white, and blue. There he is. Hello. Hello, Shaper. How many barn quilts can you spot in one day? That's a new game. Man, that's quite the stables over there. Sometimes barn quilts are like the family's brand, you know, like a cattle, like a ranch brand for that ranch that identifies their cattle. It can be all kinds of things. There are no rules. See, there's a big, beautiful red barn over there that should have a barn quilt on it. And it does not. What's the matter with you people? It's over there at the dairy. Lots of dairy cattle out here. And that looks like hops. Looks like they're growing hops out here too. You drinkers. Yep, that's hops over there. Or it used to be. They've got the poles up for hops, but it looks like they're growing corn in there. Wow. Well, I saw one. I saw one, but yeah, when I get on the other side of Ellensburg, I should see a couple more there. Yeah, see, here's where they got the poles where they grow hops over here too. And I think that's what they actually grow. There's no corn growing in there. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Oh, there's another Schaefer. Hello, Schaefer. Everybody wave at Schaefer. Hello. He way back. That guy way back. He's paying attention. In fact, you should all go search barn quilts in like your area, like your county or your state. Oh, see, and I wasn't close enough to see if it was people corn or animal corn, because field corn is for animal feed, and those are tall, skinny, like I see some field corn over here up to my left, tall, skinny stalks. If they're short and wide, then that's sweet corn. That's for people corn. See, I didn't know that about corn. Oh, there's another feedlot. I want to see more. Gee, flatbed. You had to go faster than 62 to get around me. Oh, now he's sped up. Well, one thing they do out here too is like, oh, that's awesome. So you know way more about that than I do. But I do know how to recognize field corn. And to me, if I'm seeing full stalks of corn in these fields that they didn't, I'm thinking they didn't harvest the corn. Like it's gonna get plowed back into the ground. And also, we do a lot of field burning out here. I don't know if that helps or not. Herd of horses over there. Come on, barn quilts. you can make out of entrelac. Oh, big old bull over there. Woo, he's a big boy. Big brindle. See, I know more about cattle and horses than I do crops and gardening. Oh, yeah, I imagine. I imagine. In Oregon, in the Willamette Valley, there's a lot of crop, fields being burnt in the fall, and that smoke would come, it would just funnel right up the Columbia River Gorge to eastern Oregon. So we always knew when they were field burning a couple 100 miles away. Oh, I see hops. Some more hops. Come on, barn quilts. Come on, barn quilts. Oh, I see a pretty barn over there. Wouldn't it be nice? Nope. Nope. No quilt on that barn. That's too bad, because that's a pretty barn. It would benefit from a barn quilt. Oh, it's going to be so good to be home. So much crochet going through my head for when I get home. Makes me happy. Here's the exit to go to Toppenish. We're getting closer to Yakima. Down trees over there. What are you talking about? What tassels? Robin, I think you need to refresh because I have no idea what you're talking about. What tassels? Oh, on the corn. I guess I've never looked that close up. Tassels on the ears of corn. Okay. I'm assuming that's what you meant. I just know that looking at them from the road, whether they're tall and skinny. Okay, see? You guys all knew what she was talking about. I was lost. When you say tassels, I'm like, are we back to talking about an Afghan? Or a scarf? What tassels? Nope, see, you guys know way more about corn than I do. Okay. Welcome back. I was completely lost. Yes. Yes. It took me a second to realize she was talking about corn. Slow down, Patty. I caught myself flooring it. I gotta sit back and relax. Go slow through Washington State because they are ticket happy here. My goodness, my mind just went back to an Afghan or to some form of crochet. See, I don't eat corn. Yakima Nation's Cultural Center Murals Museum. I would love to see that. Put put that on the Yarn Bus bucket list. See, if I was home right now on the Yarn Bus, I'd just go take a nap. Some documentary running in the background. Benji and I just snuggle up and snore for a while. Snore and drool. Well, I don't eat it because it's a grain and it's not nutritionally friendly, let's say. Hello, Creek. Everybody wave at Creek. Soon, yes. Tomorrow afternoon, I should be home. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. That is exactly right. But don't get me wrong, I do think it's tasty. Excuse me, tasty. But not good for me. It's like eating candy. And after having said all that, when we have our Thanksgiving dinner, when I get home, there's probably going to be corn, and I'm going to eat it. I'm not that much of a purist, but when I cook for myself, there's no corn. Huh, Benji? Benji says, I'll eat some corn. It's not good for you either, buddy. You eat all of that food? Now you're hungry. Okay, I'm scanning. All I see is the Yakima River and some buildings, and it is yummy. Not seeing any barn quilts out here. There's a double flatbed. One little pallet of product way up in the front. Yep, hops off to my right. Hops. I remember coming through here once doing a live, and I remember Andrea, Ola Joe was in the chat. I don't remember who else was in the chat. But I remember looking over, you know, where all those poles are, where they grow hops, and I was trying to remember what it is they grow with all those poles and wires. I couldn't remember it the whole day that it was hops. Hello, Benji. You're so soft and warm and fuzzy. Yes. And you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy, Benji. Yeah. We'll stop again on the other side of Yakima. I think it's about an hour away. He's so soft. He's such a good boy. Yes. I don't know that I've ever smelled hops. I've smelled beer. You say the L word in old Niles, he starts running out the door. He has relationship phobias. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I like petting and scratching you. So it couldn't put me to sleep. We can't do that until we get home. We'll start taking naps. We'll be snoring and drooling all afternoon and crochet and then we can go feed the goats and the gelding. Yes. You get to see Grandma and Aunt Martha. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if it's true that it does. I don't even know what hops look like. To me, I picture like a Brussels sprout looking thing. I'm not sure I know what they look like. I'll have to look those up. We're not driving. Huh, Benji? Patty's growling at us. Yes, she is. She's growling at us. You need brushed out. Yes, you do. You need brushed. This is the kind of day I'd like to fall asleep while crocheting and watching TV. Not today. Not today, though. We're working on it. So Yakima's only 11 miles, so it's 15 or 20 miles to the rest area we're going to stop at, and we'll end the live there. Yeah. Okay, I see some barns. I do not see any barn quilts. What's the matter with you people? Should have barn quilts out here. Oh, look at the Angus. Oh, yeah. Tasty cow, huh, Benji? Tasty cow. It's a really old orchard here. Oh! I wonder what the science behind it actually is. Well, it sounds like a fun tradition anyway. Okay, getting to see more orchards. Oh, I'm getting to see more orchards and hops and less, well, I was just about to say less vineyards. Now that whole hillside off to, oh my goodness, miles of grapes off to my right. Oh, and there's the hop. Look at those hops. You go on that freeway. Oh, I see the hops. Where are you going? It's Tuesday. Where are you going today? Oh, wow. Huh. Okay, there's an orchard. I would think that these vineyards and wine cellars out here would have barn quilts up, at least with their logo on them. Just seems like the right thing to do, like it's morally correct to do that. I need to call them all up and inform them of this huge faux pas of not having barn quilts up on the sides of their buildings. that as a fiber artist, I'm offended. I'm sure they would love to hear from me and get my opinion on it. That would just make their day. Oh my goodness, thank you, Dana, so much for letting us know what a horrible mistake we have made. We will correct that immediately. You're a hero. That's funny. I'm sorry. I cracked myself up. Hi, Sonia. Hello, hello. We're out here trying to spot barn quilts. I've seen one. But I am heading into barn quilt country. But that's after I end the live, when we pull off at the rest area. About 20 miles, I think. But we've been talking about all the things going on. Like right now, a bunch of us are doing a quick little make-along of MJ's Off the Hook, Autumn's Charm hat. That's linked down below. Then the next make-along is going to be one of her cardigans. I'm going to be crocheting some socks. I'm going to be doing with my friend Diane, who made these barn quilt squares that you can download off of Ravelry. I'm going to make a barn quilt sampler Afghan. I'll be starting on that when I'm home. Plus I've got Tina's Montana, the mosaic blanket that I need to get some more work done on. What else? Oh, I've got to finish a project up for the seasonal Yarny YouTube pop that comes right after I get back out on the road. So I need to have that project done. I've been working on for 2.5 years. I need to finish that, maybe. Then we're going to start voting on color palettes with pictures to vote down until it'll take 2 months of voting, of choosing, narrowing down these images with color palettes to end up with just one that we're using for the next square swap that starts March 1st and goes through August 30th. That's coming up in January and February. We'll be doing that voting. A lot of this stuff is going to be ran on the Discord channel, and Discord is very easy, you guys. Just sign up and just click the link. I believe it's down in the description box to join our Discord. It's just easier to communicate for all these things in one place. Discord is easy peasy. Okay, it's still 60 here. We're going through the town of Yakima, and our friend Colleen, who I haven't seen upload a video for quite a while. Go lay down, buddy. Go on. We're in traffic. Go on. Go lay down. Good boy. Go lay down. Thank you. She lives here in Yakima. I hope she's okay. I should reach out to her, text her later on today, see if she's all right. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's charging. Phone's having trouble charging these days. Yeah, it's charging. Okay. So Yakima, Washington, everyone. truck up ahead of me. It's not doing the speed limit. That's okay. We don't need to get crazy. We're not in a hurry. We are definitely not in a hurry. Oh, and the other big announcement is the big live giveaway party that I believe is going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific on Friday. Be sure to check out my video from yesterday talking all about it. Huge giveaway party. Hundreds of dollars worth of prizes to be given away. It's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. I saw one barn quilt between here and the Oregon border. Just one. But I bet we see a lot after we get on the other side of Ellensburg. All these barns, no barn quilts. Ah, what's the matter with you people? I'm gonna have to get rich and make barn quilts and just hand them out, just give them to these people so that there are barn quilts out here. That's a good old diesel pickup right there. Oh, he's from Alaska. Goodness. That's a great pickup. It's old. It's a 4-door crew cab. Pretty awesome. I thought about driving a milk tanker truck like that guy in front of me. And someday maybe I will, or I'll retire from this company. I don't know. I don't know. Now that I have a... Oh, okay. Did you ever get to see your chiropractor? Now that I have a decent asset manager, dispatcher, I feel okay with this company. I feel like, yeah, all those problems just went away. I'm much happier with this company now. And I have a different dispatcher. Okay, we're headed towards Ellensburg. Woo, getting chilly willy. Hey, we are up to 36 degrees, you guys. It's a heat wave. Yakima River, we're crossing it again. Thank you. That's awesome. I love the wool Jeanie. I love it. And I'm giving one away on Friday, along with some yarn and a whole bunch of crochet books, all kinds of stuff. A Swift a ball winder. Yeah. Hey, Thrifty. How are ya? Yep, we're giving away all kinds of great prizes on Friday. That should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. Okay. It'll be probably 3 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, that's right. We were both in there. He's funny. No, it won't mess up my live at all. Go ahead and text me. We'll get all that ironed out in the next couple days. There's you and Joyce and Robin and Adrian's giving away quite a few things. Seems like there was someone else, a fifth one, that was going to donate prizes. I can't remember who that was, but I've got them all on a list. Yeah, go ahead. No, that'll be fine. A lot of guys out there fishing today. Oh, one of them's got one on. Oh, cool. Oh, I wish I could have watched him bring that one in. Okay. There's a horse ranch off to my right. No barns. Areas of fog. Oh, good. We're going to get into more of that fog. Man, that fog was thick this morning. Woo! There were places I was doing about 45 miles an hour with my hazards on because it was thick. I couldn't even see. If I looked real hard, I could probably see 150 feet ahead of me. That was it. Okay, we're climbing up out of Yakima. Pretty soon we'll be at the rest area. Hopefully I can spot a barn quilt out here. All right, thank you. Oh yeah, there's the postcard design challenge. That's going on too. I've got quite a handful of postcards here. Come on, barn quilts. Okay, have a good night. Sleep well, Em. Thank you for coming in. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, yeah, it's time for a 30. Oh, hello, Mr. State Patrol. Dropping back down. It's down to 34 degrees. Watch for ice. Should be fun going up over Snoqualmie. See, there's... Thank you. It keeps me sane to spend my days in this crochet community and doing things with all of you. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's Autumn's Charm hat. Just a quick little make-along, and then planning big projects, and then doing little, doing these little make-alongs. Keeps me sane, and it makes me feel very rich to be able to crochet with all of you. I get very excited about us all doing something together. More hops. Boy, they grow a lot of hops out here. Hops and grapes. Okay. That'd be great. It's quick. You can find, a skein of the color and a skein of the neutral in a DK. It can be acrylic, whatever. It's a great little pattern. You should not be pulling a horse trailer with that vehicle. I'm sorry. That is dangerous for you, the horse, and everybody around you. People don't understand how that works. This bridge, it goes over Salah Creek. And the creek is a tiny little thing. I don't even know if I've ever seen any water down there. But it's so far down, hundreds of feet down, like hundreds and hundreds of feet down. Tiny, yeah, I've never seen any water down there. Because it's so far down there. It's a deep canyon. But I see nothing. Oh, I think I see somebody on a four-wheeler down there. They might be hunting. I'm sure there's a hunting, like an elk season or something going on right now. Some kind of season is going on. Pretty fascinating. Hi, Carrie. Hello, hello. Oh, nice, nice. I heard you had a good trip to see Robin. That was wonderful to hear about. Oh, I'm thirsty. We're actually in the same state, Carrie. I am in Washington. I'm just climbing out of Yakima right now. Oh, I'm so glad. It's fun to go see Robin. I know. I've done it. I'll be driving kind of by you. I'm not coming down the gorge. I'm going to go deliver up in the Seattle area tomorrow, and then I'm going to stop and see. I don't know if you remember Susan from the Yarny Social. She lives in Olympia. I'm going to stop and have coffee with her after I deliver tomorrow, and then I'm bobtailing home, and I'm going to crash. Oh, yeah, Robin had, Robin has, for those who don't know, Sasquatch Yarn and More. You can search for that on Google. But she had like a small business Saturday get together with some other vendors in the area, and I heard it was a wonderful little shopping event. Okay, get all better. Come back completely healed. I need need to go to an appointment like that. So we're almost at the rest area where I'm gonna end the live. I have so many things. My home time is going to be jam-packed. And when I'm not running around, I'm going to be taking naps. Yeah, Carrie, the stuff you bought, did you like it? Are you enjoying that stuff? I bet you couldn't wait to get home to open up your bags. Almost to the rest area, Benji. We're almost there. We're going to take a 30-minute break. It's the kind of day I would like to be taking naps. But, no, is this our rest area? Yes, this is it. We're going in. We are going in, Benji. We're almost there. We're taking the exit. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yep. Frozen fog. Everywhere I look, frozen fog. This is just what I dealt with last night and this morning in Oregon. Watch for rattlesnakes, the sign says.
Name changes to Salog Creek Rest Area. Then keep left.
Oh, the Santa sack, cool.
Keep left.
Yep, Benji, you gotta watch out for rattlesnakes out here. We always gotta be really careful. There's a spot where I feel more comfortable walking the dog over here. Have I walked you here before? I know I walked Dooley and Jack here.
0.3 miles ahead.
Oh, her sweet baby dog. Her sweet baby dog. Okay. Oh my goodness. I could take a nap. I could fall asleep with a crochet hook in my hand. But not today. Day after tomorrow we can do that for a minute. What do you think, Benj? Huh? Hi. Hi. Yes. We'll go out in just a minute, okay? I gotta get us change our status here to off duty. Whoop whoop. Dang, what time is it? It's 1 o'clock. No, it's 2 o'clock. That was a good drive, and I actually spotted one barn quilt, but I am going through Clay Elm after this, and they have a barn quilt trail, so hopefully I can spot a few from the freeway. That'd be great. That'll be inspiration for the upcoming barn quilt sampler Afghan that Diane and I are going to be making. Very excited. Hi, don't get under my feet. No, you don't get under there. That's a no-no, buddy. Yeah, that's a no-no, buddy. Yeah. You're a good boy. You are a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are very welcome. Thank you all for joining me. Benji, you know, you could have drove. You could have been gracious and drove while the rest of us caught up. Yeah. Okay, you guys, the next time you see me, I will be home on the yarn bus. I'm in Yakima. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I should be home tomorrow night. I've got a jam-packed schedule for the next week, but I can hardly wait to get started. All the crochet stuff coming up. I just can't wait to get my fingers on all of that. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye. How do you shut this off? Where's the thing? I don't know how to quit. I don't know how to shut this off. No. It's not letting me. Like the button's gone. It used to be, what? Here it is. Here we go. Okay. Bye, everybody. I found the door.